Hi, my name is Kate. Most of you know me for posting reformer videos online, but I'm gonna take you back to how I got here. So in 2019, I was living and working in London. I worked for a really cool corporate business. I went in one day thinking I was getting a promotion and I actually got let go. That was a really sad day actually. That was like the worst breakup I've ever had. I then got a different job, hated it, met someone from Canada and decided to leave and move to Canada. I was very nervous because I was 27 at that point and I thought I would be the oldest person in the village because ski seasons are notorious for 18 and 19-year-olds and like I had a decade on them, so I was like, what is this gonna be like? I ended up having the best time of my entire life, absolutely loved it, and my perspective on work, life, job title, salary was just completely thrown out of the window, and I started to think about what I actually like to do rather than how much money it made me. My visa expired and they wouldn't renew it, so they kicked me out of the country. So then I went to Australia. There wasn't the same job opportunity as there was in Canada. In Canada, I was a waitress, but because of the tips, you make a lot of money. In Australia, that's not the case. So I ended up going back into sales to make more money to support myself and just didn't like it. And I hadn't discovered Pilates somehow. Like I was literally in the mecca of Pilates and I didn't discover it. I packed up my bags and moved home. Moved back in with mum and dad. I was 31 at that point. Started working for Lululemon over Christmas 2024, which was actually really fun. I met a lot of cool people. I had a good time. And I love Lululemon products, so it was an easy thing to sell. Then a friend from Lululemon took me to a Pilates class and then I did my training and that was it. I then worked at that studio for over a year and a half. In that year and a half, obviously I was thinking about what I want to do with Pilates, corporate life, career, all the rest of it. I decided to leave the retail job, go all in with Pilates. At this point, I was still only working at one studio. So I decided to broaden my horizons and I worked at like 6 different studios, around about 25 to 30 classes a week. That lasted about 6 weeks because that wasn't where my passion was. I didn't enjoy teaching so many classes a week. I didn't feel I could give my all to all of them, so that wasn't for me. And then a friend was moving to London and she was operating her own classes in a community centre around the corner from me and asked if I would take them over, which was my first opportunity of running my own classes. Obviously that was a huge blessing because I was nervous to do it on my own, but that gave me the encouragement to do it. Since that first class in the community centre, I definitely was inspired and motivated and encouraged to get things rolling with what I knew I wanted to do. So I will do another video on how I ended up choosing a brand name, going into education, having an online platform and running 5 classes a week myself. So if you've got any questions, let me know, but I will make a separate video. Otherwise we'll be here all week. Love you, bye.